everybody, and welcome back to Tier 2. Wow. Okay, we're starting the stream off really well. To Tier 2, Round 4 at Silverstone, the home of F1. Obviously, Tier 1 raced for the first time tonight, so that's big props. Had a very eventful Tier 3 race last night, which most of you have seen. I am your main host, commentator, Redeemer, and my co-com, who is hosting cameras tonight, is Haz. Haz, hello.
How's it going, Deemers? We're gonna
Uh,
hope to have a good race here at the home of F1 at Silverstone.
when you say a good race, you mean better than last night, right?
Correct,
Because that
yes.
was just like, I don't know what words to describe that race, but to say the words, or for those of you that don't know, we lost. The stream's aching for our sake tonight, so we'll see what happens. I think my co-com is dead, or he's just not talking.
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, well, you just went hella quiet, so didn't know what happened to you.
I am watching Potato as he's about to start his Tier 2 Round 4 Silverstone.
Don't you go on?
Starting off into 5th gear, really low on the revs. Going on to the first straight opening deal. Looking for the braking point, there it is, turns in left. Right-hander that you have to be very, very patient. And it cuts right. First of many, many right-handers. Beckett's undulate. The FX a touch, but is looking like a pretty decent lap here. On the mediums as well, I would like to point out. And he's looking.
Yeah, on board with Bio in the Mercedes coming around the final corner. He's gonna finish up a lap, and he. .28.5, so. But like you were saying, Potato on the.
Yeah, absolutely. Potato already 6/10 slower.
Oh, its Clarkson goes a bit wide. Is that a spinner?
I believe that was some.
famous quote from last night when we were doing practice. See what he does into the final chicane. To the final corner. Whoa, boy! Whoa! If he didn't get that wheel spin, that would have been pole. Coming through Stowe now.
Oh, this is on the final corners.
Almost out.
Not good quality right now. That's not good.
On board with Brovera while trying to fix whatever is happening. Brovera goes P5 in his Aston Martin.
I believe that did the trick.
On board with Lewis, he just goes flat out through cops, and that's stick. Spinning at Chapel. I believe that's Chapel.
I am not good at corner names whatsoever. I could not help you there.
The only one I know is Stowe, and that's the corner that MV Wu is coming up to now. Let's see what he does. I believe he's coming into Village. Or maybe this is Vale. It's one of the V's. I think it's Vale. Anyways, we'll move on. Let's see what Wu can do. To the line. He's going to go P2.
P2. Very nice. That was Brevera. Brevera's going to dip into the pits. As Bio is Warmaker's tires getting ready for a push lap. Does Groggy just have a moment for pit entry?
I believe he did. As NGT Blacks is coming to the line, or coming through the final chicane now. It's another. Oh, that's his teammate getting out of the way. Blacks is going to go to P7 on mediums. Let's see what PSR Sky can do here in the Ferrari.
As Bio and NGT Blacks are trying not to trip over each other.
And Sky jumps up to P4.
Bio setting a purple sector 1, 3/10 faster than his previous best. Bio was one of those runners who went out on the medium tire on the first few laps. What games are they playing here?
I think they were just getting in like a good solid banker lap. Clarkson coming through the final chicane. Keep it nice and clean. Runs a bit wide on exit right there. To the line. He's going to go P2. Wow, that margin. It's only 0.05 of a second.
And across the line comes Bio. And he makes that gap ever so larger. 0.16 ahead of P2.
Potato also on softs coming through turns 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 at complex. He's gonna hit the first straight here. He's 3/10 up on his first sector time. Staying on board with him through the long sweeping right-hander here. Very patient on throttle, very nicely done. As we come through the old start F1 start-finish line through Cobb's Corner. Keeps it nice and clean. Doesn't run way wide. I want to keep this lap as valid as possible, does Potato. He comes through maggots and decades.
The amount of speed these
It's
cars
the
are able
DRS.
to carry through those corners. Wow.
Yeah, it's unsurreal, the amount of speed and the load that these tires can withstand going through.
Unsurreal. I'm gonna have to look
That's
that one
not
up
really
later.
that's not really the right word, but it sounded good in my brain. So we're gonna go with it. Oh, that's the spinner of Brovera.
Brovera.
So Potato's only gonna go P5.
We have Minico.
See what Minico does, yeah. Oh, he almost lost it again on traction.
Woohoo! Nine hundredths of a second clear of Bio currently as it stands with just under 6 minutes left to go here in this qualifying session.
Yeah, on board with Minico's teammate Stig. Or excuse me, 5 Tig, I should say. And he's gonna go P7.
Let's see. As Vera's lap is invalidated. Ron Swanson comes around the old start-finish straight into Maggots and Beckett's. Oh, these cars going through there. I will never get tired of that. Going through the back straight comes Ron Swanson, everybody. Ron Swanson. Shift down to the gears down to 5th. Hugging that curb. Makes his final run down to these few sequence of corners. Trying to hug that sausage curb on that little inside of the corners. Easy on the throttle. Drivers are proving to be very easy to lose traction there as it goes up to P5. And now things start to wind down just a little bit. Across comes NGT Blacks. It's going to be a 128.4. He's not going to improve.
I believe he is also starting a lap right now.
Oh yeah, he has saved up that ERS. You may be correct.
Bio is also starting a lap. Excuse me, Ron Swanson is coming into the pits. This guy is on a out lap? I believe he's on an in lap. He's on an in lap as he dives into the pits.
This Bio sets another fastest sector 1. Not much separating P1 and P2 at the moment.
Stig, what are you doing? My man just came out of the pits. It was just like, hey, straight. Full throttle, dies in the wall.
Ooh. Can't park there, sir.
Excuse me, sir, we're calling you about your car's extended warranty. As Black crosses the line, he only improves on his time, but not position. Bio dives into the pit lane. Clarkson is starting a lap time. But if these guys want to get a lap in, they're going to have to go out now.
That's. I don't know if that the McLaren's gonna be cutting it really, really close of Wu.
I think he'll make it if he just pushes like crazy. Hey, who's going to be close though is going to be PSR Sky. He might not make it.
It's gonna be very close.
As Koenigsegg improves on lap time but not position. Homeless Death, surprise,
Oof,
come out of
wow.
nowhere.
By 200ths.
Well, there's just under a minute left to go here in quali, so I'm assuming these guys are going to be pushing for one final lap.
Domenico is about to start his final push. Here goes Potato right behind. His lap is invalidated, but he's coming in for another run, as you have to at this stage. Alright, here they go.
Well, I don't know, this is going to be tight. Can Ron Swanson make it through the line in time?
I don't think
He
it's going to
has
be close for
enough
Sky
time.
as well.
I think Sky will just make it in time. Here we go, 5 seconds. He makes it.
And he starts his lap with 3 seconds to go. Well done.
Well, first person to come across the line is going to be Minico. I believe closely followed by Clarkson.
Potato,
Yes, it is.
Oh,
As Koenigsegg jumped up to P5 with that last lap time he just did. Minico's up a 10th on his lap time. Can he keep together? Only set the tires in the pit lane. Obviously, no time left to go here in qualifying. Clarkson has backed out of his lap time. See what Minico can do. He's going to do a 27.3 for provisional pole. Let's see what Ardell does. Doesn't improve on time and or position.
next cross will be
Wu coming to the
MV
line
Wu.
now.
Keeping it together very nicely. Jumps up to P3.
He jumps up P3. Nice lap from him. Ron Swanson will be next, followed by Sky to end off qualifying. Let's see what these two guys can do. Ron moves up to P7 with a 28 flat. What can Sky do? He's going to go to P8 with a 28 flat. Did I say 27 flat? I meant to say 28 flat. Whoops.
Minor difference.
Well, I mean, it's only a second off. we'll work with it. Wow, that was a very exciting qualifying, I would say. I wonder what's in store for the race. What have these guys left in the bag for the race?
Plenty of strategy calls that will keep your mind bewildered.
Well, it's all going to be played for here in the next couple of minutes. Your running order is Minico, Tolness Death, MV Wu, Bio, Clarkson, your top 5. Ron Swanson, Koenigsegg, Sky, Potato, Tiro, Stig rounding out your top 10. In 11th and through 14th is Ardell, Brovera, NGT Blacks, and Groggy Oregano.
And now the moment you've all been waiting for. It's race time here at BRL.
Drum roll, please. Oh, it's ready. Oh, no.
Welcome to the UK. Grab out your ponchos, your umbrellas, and your rain boots, folks. It's a bit wet.
It is a bit wet, you know. I'm kind of glad we're up here in the commentary booth. Our drinks and food are getting not soaked. And we're also staying pretty dry up here, so um, obviously can't say the same for the drivers, as they are getting soaked. And I've always wondered about that. I know these suits are supposed to be like flame retardant. Um, as I forget, there's no formation lap here in Tier 2. As the 5 lights are on and they're out and away we go. Let's see who gets a better start. I am pushing all the wrong buttons on my controller. Looks like Toneless Death got the better of the starts.
Oh, so we got a Red Bull.
No, Minico did.
Stig has spun along with Bravera and the Haas of Koenigsegg. Not a good start for these three.
A long race ahead of them as they have to just keep their head down knowing there's a long race ahead. As the two Alfa Romeos go at it.
So we got a three-way battle for P5.
Minico just getting the start that he needed and then just took off. We've got a 4-way fight for P4 right now.
Everyone stand close to each other. This is lap 1, but these conditions are what I like to say the great equalizer.
Yeah, definitely going to put an over machine at this point, as we have another yellow flag in the back. That is for Brovera. I think he just had a half spin. I don't see any damage as Sky and Ardell are battling it out. Oh, Sky is fun. What has happened to the Ferrari driver?
As NGT Blacks and Potato are going side by side for the T1 and 2 into the braking zone. He uses a little bit of ERS, tries to get him on the brakes, but the Alpine just was able to carry the momentum on the outside and keeps P8.
Yeah, Black's just got a really good exit though out of T4. As we go down the first straightaway here. Black's is gonna look for a move on the inside of T6. Potato's gonna go a little bit deep. He's still gonna hold position.
Potato just using a little bit of hint of VRS there to try and get away from the Mercedes and Blacks.
Ardell, it's lap 2, bruh. And you already have a 3-second penalty. F.
That is not how you want to start your race. But it is a long one.
Oh, look at Clarkson. Oh my gosh.
Sails around the outside.
As Sky is around again. What is going on back here? Hello? With Box and Potato fighting it out again.
Potato goes a little wide there. It's going to compromise his line. Here comes Mercedes. Down the inside. He's going to go for the switchback, is he? Who's going to stay on the outside? Here's the momentum. This may...
He just gets so... Oh, Potato. Wow.
Oh.
I watched that from the rear view on Black's camera.
That was a Code Brown moment from Potato. As Miniko is...
Bio was caught up to the back of MV Wu. Wu's just dropping back from these guys. As Clarkson has spun round.
Here comes Bio on MV Wu. Is he going to make a lunge? No. He's going to think better of it, stay behind, tuck in, wait for a moment to rise. Just glued to the back of this McLaren, sniffing his gearbox, smelling all sorts of oils and fumes.
As the Provera around again. Not the greatest race he would have wanted, but it is a long way to go still. We're on lap 4. Yeah, it somehow feels like we're on lap 7.
Let's take a look at positions gained as we have the top 4 keeping position, surprisingly. As there's been no mix-up up there. As Ron Swanson has gained 1 position, Eris Ardell 5 positions gained, NGT Blacks 6 positions gained, Potato 1, and Groggy up with 5. Clarkson and Zig, one of the big losers of this so far, down 6 positions from the start.
Yeah, anything can still happen. You know, we could get an early safety car, late safety car, bring them back into this race.
Yes,
It's just determination and willpower. So
this is only lap 4.
Ron Swanson here, I want to talk about this as Clarkson picks up a 3-second time penalty. Ron Swanson is actually in a good position right here. Sitting behind Bio and Wu, letting them burn their ERS and battle it out. As Bio's going to look for a move down the inside into Stowe corner. He's going to get it done. But yeah, Ron Swanson, if he can stick it out ahead of these, or behind these guys here, preserve his tires a little bit, he could potentially get ahead of these guys because they're pushing their tires. And they're pushing the limits of the car, so as Stig and Groggy go at it in the final chicane. Oh, that's Provera around again. Oh, the gate put him on slicks.
Oh no.
Up, Stig, you spun. That's 2. Haha.
Miniko is seeming just to be cruising, saving that ERS. It's at 97%. He's just out for a stroll.
Also, the wind is slowed down significantly.
Quite. So yellow flag in sector 2.
That's just Provera getting out of the way of everybody.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, he's around again, keeping it on the wall! Oh, he did.
And here comes Ron Swanson on MV Wu. He's going to commit with the move. There he goes. Gets it done.
Fox and Ardell are battling it out into Stowe. Fox can get ahead.
He's going to stick
He's
around
going to find
on
it
the
back around the outside, though.
A little bit of contact. As now Potato's going to
Hang on
invite
a minute,
himself
am
into this battle.
I blind, or when did Bio get past Wu?
Oh, Wu's made a mistake. Wait, what? Wait.
Because
Wait.
I saw Swanson get by Wu, but I didn't see. I'm confused.
I am very confuzzled.
That's my word. You can't use it. Copyright.
As everyone just kind of sorts out into their own little groups here, apart from your race leader, Minico. Gained a 2.4 second lead. Just 6 laps here. Bio now looking hungry on Tomeless Death. Sending it down the inside as the Mercedes gets the move done. A little low on ERS though. Tomeless Death will have the advantage there.
Yeah, I think Thomas is just playing the long game here. Tato and Ardell going at it. Whoa, Groggy! What happened? Just went on board with the Alpine and he just went straight off at the final corner.
Ooh, yikes.
Rain is, I don't want to say it's stopped, but
It's
not as bad as
lightening
it was
up.
beforehand, yeah.
Driver's doing a very good job of handling these conditions. As easy as they make it look, these conditions on, especially this track, is very scary. Very scary.
Yeah, indeed. I for one know from experience. I did a preseason race in another league here on Thursday, and it went from full wets to inters, and I had about 4 half spins, and I saved them all, and I'm like, this is no fun. I hate this. So, this is definitely one of the more trickier tracks to do in the wet. But it's definitely not the hardest one to do in the wet. That is for sure. And, you know, some can argue, you know, you would think Singapore would be a pain to drive in the wet, which it is. But I'd have to put Spa as my #1 hardest track to drive in the wet.
Yeah, Spa, I have just a tough time at Spa as a track in general, and let alone in the wet.
I mean, just going up Radion in Eau Rouge, and you can feel the car bottoming out. And then if you just take the wrong line going up the hill in the wet, you feel the car go bye-bye. You just can't save it, because you're going to go off, and you're probably going to crash.
Speaking of going off, NGT Blacks nearly had a moment there in front of Potato. Potato looking to take advantage of that mistake from the Mercedes, trying to promote himself up into P6. He's going to have that ERS advantage, but Mercedes.
Oh my goodness gracious. Holy sh... Oh.
Stig. Oh no.
They went side by side through the beginning of Beckett's and Beckett's, dude.
Wow.
Oh.
These guys are getting a little feisty. Get those elbows out, boys. Oh no, as Blacks loses it on the final corner. Did he keep it out of the wall? Wow.
I think he did.
Oh my gosh!
Whoop, whoop.
As he nearly spins on the straight under power, those tires screaming. He's gonna be tiptoeing like a ballerina here for just a few corners. So now we have a battle between Clarkson and PSR Sky here on the first little stretch. Tucking it behind the Williams driver. Looks like everyone's starting to settle into their relative grooves here. As Bio is catching Minico.
Yeah, the penalties are starting to rack up here for these guys, so.
Four drivers currently with penalties. 2 with 3 seconds, 2 with 6 seconds, 3 seconds being PSR Sky and TRL Stig. And then you got your 6 seconds with Eris Ardell and Clarkson. As Bio was just over, or just under a tenth quicker than Minico that lap. He is catching. As Blacks comes into the pits for the first round of stops. He's going to change his front wing, so he did have damage. Stig will pick up another 5-second time penalty as Wu and Potato starting to hash it out a bit. As now Bio and Minico, the gap has come down from 1.4 seconds to 8 tenths. Bio either seems to be on a mission and or Minico may be struggling. But I don't think they're struggling. Both are pushing, setting faster laps. Pushing one another.
Sorry, I was sidetracked by non-important F1 things. Oh no, Sky, what happened?
He may have lost it with a Mercedes.
He broke his front wing, so.
Oh, yikes. The top two
Meanwhile,
are ever so closer.
It's still raining.
It is very light now. At least from our perspectives.
It looks like it got heavier though. But if you look up, it looks like they're disappearing. Unless, my eyes are playing tricks on me because it is late. So, that's probably what it is.
For the first
Yeah,
time,
Bio just closing in this gap. Minico.
for the first time, Minico might feel the pressure under this these green flag laps. Everyone keeping it very clean. A couple moments here and there. As Here's
Because
your
Sky
Sky
retires
tires.
from the race in the pit lane. That's just. Oh, Zig died.
Oh, Zig! Oh no! I see the Haas, there he is. And that will bunch things up here.
But now here's the question: do you pit for new enters or do you stay out?
It might, you know, I'm not sure. You may be, depending on what the weather is going to do. If it's going to stay like this, you might just want to. But that is the question. Will the rain stay? Or will it go? Or will it get harder? Let's see what these drivers do. Pinnacle Divins, on with Bio. Here they come. Feel like we're gonna get a busy pit lane here. And it's gonna be the intermediate tires. Where it looks like just about everybody.
Must be the rain is here to stay.
So here we go. Bio got jumped in the pits. Bio now down to P3.
Oh, you know what happened? He had to wait for all the cars coming through.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunate as Ardell picks up a penalty. What for? You didn't tell me, game. Drivers are going to have to try and keep those tires in that operating window, or the tire likes to perform at its best here under safety car conditions. Very tricky. Very tricky. I have spun out behind a safety car in the wet before. Yes, it's not as easy as you think.
Hey, you know what would be bad right now? And I'm only saying this as a joke.
Here you go. Oh no, Stig, you've spun.
What happened? Oh no! Is that like 4 now?
Probably.
I forget what his spin count was up to. I'm gonna say 11, so he's at 15.
That's, I think we're going to get one more lap. Should be coming in for this lap, I should say. My bad. I believe.
I think it'll be in this lap.
Safety car on lap 12 here, now on lap 14. Everyone bunched up for basically the first time since the green flag dropped. They have not been this close collectively since the start, and I think since everyone has gotten into their grooves, we're going to see some exciting battles play out here now.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting to see what happens.
I've got my eye on Minico and Bio battling out, along with Ron Swanson, Potato, and Woo. Those groups have been fighting with each other quite constantly this race. And those Alfa Romeos, kind of seem to be always glued onto the back of the McLaren. Always find themselves just sniffing the gearbox. As I knock my headset off my head in excitement for the for the restart. Minico will jump, gets a good jump, that is, off of death, toneless death, followed by Bio, and everyone gets underway smoothly once again. Here we go. Ardell on Woo, but Ardell is going to be a little bit of contact. He saves it from a spin. But now under pressure from Clarkson, who is under pressure from Stig and Blacks.
Yeah, top three. Ardell, what are you doing? Bruh. Yeah, top three just getting the getaway that they needed away from the rest of the pack.
Minico again saving that ERS. So far proved to be helpful. They seem to be caught in the later stages. As he again is pulling out that gap.
Yeah, it's just gonna be interesting to see on what happens here between Thomas and Bio.
As the lap timers are indicating, or maybe just the fresh rubber, it might be getting a little drier.
I'm gonna go with option B.
Not drier.
Well, I mean, it could be, but it's still raining, and the fresh rubber would have more of an effect than older tires would, so I'm assuming it's fresh rubber. I was just sniffing down Thomas' death.
Bio doesn't really gain too much on that straight with the slipstream there. There's a little bit in that last corner, about 2/10, as there's a little bit of a lockup there from Toneless Death. Front left.
I'm almost wondering if Bio is running more of a corner speed setup versus a top end speed setup.
It may be beneficial. Especially here in these conditions.
He's not necessarily gaining time, but or losing time. He's staying right where he needs to be. As Wu is looking at the back of Potato here. Potato goes defensive end under braking. As Ardell picks up another 3-second time penalty.
Wu almost loses the rear coming out of that corner. Every corner is just corner, as I don't know the corner names and associated numbers at times. That go through Mackett's and Beckett's, we know that one.
We all know this one. There's Clarkson. Oh my goodness gracious, Clarkson sniffing as Wu gets past Potato. He sees that a moment, but Clarkson, bro, was sniffing the back of Ardell's Alfa
here we go.
Romeo.
3 wide into the long right-hander between the Alpine Alpha and Red Bull, and the battle still continues. They go single file into these final corners. There's a contact between Stig and Ardell. No.
Stig, what'd you do that for, bro?
Not the time to be giving love taps, and as he sends Ardell round. It's not
the curse of Stig. It's returned.
As the closest battle we have now is Stig and Clarkson, along with Bio and Toneless.
Oh, Black spun.
No. Here comes Bio. These Bio and Toneless seem to have a different strategy when it's coming down to ERS management. Seems as if Bio is a little bit more on the attack side. Speaking of attack, here it comes. Wu picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Speaking of attacking, Potato.
There's the move from Bio. Now he's got his eyes set on that blue Red Bull that has been leading this entire race.
As Ardell dives into the pit lane. And retires from the session.
That being said, if you finish this race, you will be getting point.
Unless you don't complete the 90% rule.
Unless you don't, yes, that.
Hate to be the buzzkill in that scenario,
Good catch.
but Potato is looking down the inside wall. He thought about it there on Wu. And see what they do going through Cobbs. Potato just gets a better run out of Cobbs. Into Maggots and Beckett's.
Wu is preserving that ERS like nobody's business.
Potato's going to pull out to the right-hand side pretty aggressively, I might add. Stig does the same thing behind. Him and Clarkson are going side by side. Stig looking for a move on the outside. Clarkson's just going to push him off a little bit. Stig has to back off.
As a two-way battle now multiplies into the four-way battle between Wu, Potato, Clarkson, and Stig. And the top three.
And these guys aren't far off from Ron Swanson, so
this could turn into quite an interesting battle if the top three happen to trip over each other and allow this group to catch up, which would be pretty spectacular. We'd have something very interesting in our hands with 7 laps to go here.
Potato's looking for a move on the inside again. He just can't get it done.
Could it be that setup difference that we were talking about, proven for not only Bio, but maybe even the looks of it was Woo as well? As I say that, Potato looking the outside through Maggots and Beckett's, looking very
He's got to be
aggressive.
careful now because Carson and Stig are here. Potato's going to get the move before Stowe. Yes, he does.
Top 3 are creating quite the gap. Wow. As this 3-way battle between McLaren, Williams, and Red Bull continues.
Whoa! Wu just hit the curb on T5 Apex and almost lost it. Stig hits another car.
Oh. It's like Wu's falling off quite a bit with that mistake there. Potato closing the gap up to P4 to Ron Swanson.
Ooh, Ron just taking an awkward angle and
A
Stig.
Stig. Showing off his pirouettes. Judges score 5. As the gap between P1 and P2 is staying just about at around 5 to 7 tenths, as it now, of course, jumps up to 8. Minico and Bio battling each other out pretty hard here at the last few stages, or last few laps of this race here. It'll be quite interesting to see what tactics these drivers will do, as Minico, though, sitting at 95% ERS. He is not used a bit. As the battles kind of dissipate here, as we have one going on with Ron Swanson and Potato. Potato looking very hungry, trying to get this extra position up to the P4. Crucial to get Maggots and Beckett's correct, as you have to carry so much momentum. If you miss the apex, you lose so much of your speed. It's essential because it comes right off into the longest straight. Potato stays around 3 tenths behind. Gains about 2 tenths in that section, or that sequence of corners there. Everyone just kind of settles in now. They're not seeking for a battle. You're running out of time.
As Wu comes into the pit lane.
Oh no. What's happened to Wu? Disaster.
He's getting new tires?
Are those? Those are softs? Or those are
mediums.
Those are mediums. Going on the slicks.
It's not. It's still wet.
Knock knock. Hello? Anyone there? Woo? What's going on? So we have still Ron Swanson and Potato going at it. I want to be patient here as the laps are winding down here, but not too patient.
I wouldn't be too aggressive right now. But there's a point in time where yes, you do need to push, but now is not the right time.
You're still in that stage where you kind of sit behind and kind of play mind games with either car in front to either force a mistake or just straight up catch him with pace, as Bio is trying to do that by gaining at least almost 2/10 in that braking zone. And we're almost there. It's almost about push time. You are running out of revolutions around this great circuit.
Potato's still sizing up Ron Swanson for a move.
So giving a little check-in with MV Wu, as it looks to be very slidey on those medium tires. He's hanging in there with them. Gap to P2 falls to over a second. Now Minico is burning that ERS. He's gonna try and run away from the Mercedes driver. And Potato is also falling off of the back of Ron Swanson. Just a little bit though, there's still time. It ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, Potato had a little moment coming out at T5, so...
Minico staying the fastest lap by quite the margin. By about 4/10 quicker. 3/10 quicker, my bad. I can read.
I know numbers, I do math, but...
Yes, I can spell. As now, Ron Swanson and Potato, the battle is kicked up yet again. 2/10. Is he gonna have a look on the inside? I wouldn't think so. He thinks no as well. He's gonna try and find his moment, and he's gonna strike when the opportunity comes. Try to get an exit, better exit here in this long right-hander.
He's gotta do... If he can do it right and get the right line, I think the best opportunity for him would be going into Stowe. As that is Wu.
Surprisingly spun on slicks on a wet track.
Here comes Potato. Never mind, I lied.
Closing up that gap though, now 2/10. Trying to force a mistake here from Ron Swanson. This is gonna be
As
have to be the
Minico
one.
crosses the line to start the final lap of this GP. His Wu is off again.
Minico done such a good job holding the lead of this race the entire time with pressure from Bio through the later stages of each stint here. He's able to pull away by saving that ERS and deploying at the times he deems necessary. Wu
Wu's
again.
just struggling right now.
Interesting call going on to the medium tires. Potato still, again, trying to size up Swanson, but nothing doing for him.
Yeah, I am on board with Minico as he comes through Maggots and Beckets for one last final time. Down the hanger straight. Into Stowe corner. He's only got 3 more corners to navigate from here. Can he keep it clean? Can he keep it nice and tidy? Makes it through 2 corners. 1 more corner to navigate nice and easy on traction and exit. He's going to come across the line. He's going to win his 2nd race of the season. No, his 3rd race of the season, excuse me. Bio in P2, followed by Toneless Death in P3.
Oh,
Ron Swanson holds off Potato. What a margin there between those 2 guys.
Oh,
Potato comes home P5.
Line spinning. Stig and Oregano.
Clarkson in 6th. Blackson 7th. Stig in 8th. Groggy Oregano in P9, bringing home points. And MV Wu coming home, finishing out your top 10 as he's taking a extraordinary line through final 2 chicanes. That was interesting.
There is your race winner. Pretty much led every single lap as driver of the day goes to NGT Blacks. Nico showed very good pace and poise holding off Bio during that race.
Excuse me, as I yawn, that was handy. As I'm going to invite the drivers for podium interviews. That's the wrong button. But going down your grid, or finishing order here, it is Minico in P1, Bio P2, Homeless Death in P3, Ron Swanson breaking home P4, Tato in P5, Clarkson in 6th, Blacks in 7th, Stig in 8th place, Groggy Oregano 9th, MV Wu rounding out your top 10. And the 4 DNFs of the evening, ERS Ardell, Koenigsegg, PSR Sky, and Brovera. As we wait for the session to end. Well, I believe we have all of our podium guys here. If you are able to, please include your audio, boys. Why don't you start us off with Toneless Death in P3?
Toneless, it's nice to see you on the podium. Great race out there. What was the game plan going in there when you guys seeing the rain there?
Yeah, when I knew it was rain, my main objective really was to just try to hold on to the lead as long as I could, but unfortunately I couldn't do that at the start. And when I realized that my front tires were overheating pretty much the entire race, I had to add 2 more clicks to my front wings, so I was running something like 24-20 wings. I don't know how I did not crash, but Um, yeah, unfortunately, the tires pretty much just cost him at the end, pretty much.
Well, it was well managed and good to see you up into P3.
Thank you.
Yeah, Toneless, big congratulations on your podium. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is your first podium of the season?
Third.
Okay, well, there it is. Anyways, we head to the Hungaroring next weekend. What are your thoughts and what's your game plan going into that race?
I still need to work on my setup, but if I can make it to next week's Grand Prix, since I have something around that same day. But if I can make it to the race, I'm definitely looking forward towards it. It's a track I definitely really enjoy, especially if it rains again. I feel like I should be able to be a contender for a podium.
Well, we'll just have to wait and see on what happens. I'm hoping it doesn't rain again. Because to be honest with you, I about fell asleep in the middle of that race because there was nothing going on. That's besides the point. Thomas, congratulations on P3 as we move on to P2 with Bio. Bio, well done on your P2 finish here. Back-to-back podiums or interviews for you. Considering you had one at Austria and now at Britain. What was your thoughts throughout this whole race, knowing you had pace over Minico?
Oh, I mean, thanks for the congratulations. I mean, at the end there, I just had no front grip. Dirty air was terrible. As soon as I got within a second to 8/10ths, I just had no pace, no grip. Congratulations to Minico and Toneless. They did well. Yeah, the thoughts during the race was I hope it dries out because I knew I had a relatively low downforce setup compared to everyone else and didn't really work in the rain. So, yeah. Good race nonetheless.
Well,
Yeah,
next week we head off to. Go ahead, Hez. Sorry.
no, you're good. Bio, yet again, congratulations on another podium. Good to see you back up here.
Thank you.
During the later stages of each stint, it seemed that you had quite the pace advantage over Minico for a little while. Um, what do you think? Was that due to, like you said, setup wise, or was that just due to raw determination trying to get up to that P1?
Oh, I just feel that I think I had the pace overall today. It's just I couldn't convert it because of dirty air at the very end. Tires were falling off the cliff. I think my tires in the last 3 laps wore 10%, so on each tire, and that was not very ideal. Yeah, pace was good the entire race, just except for that last 5, 6 laps.
It was a very good showing from you yet again. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, Bio, we head to the Hungaroring next week. What are your thoughts and what's going through your mind knowing you're this in the championship hunt? Just tell us what your thoughts are right now.
Well, for Hungary, I just pray it doesn't rain, first of all. That was quite a boring race. I feel like I can do well at Hungary. I don't think I'll be fighting for the win, but hopefully podium contention. I just not really like to track the past 3 games. It's just been, not very good.
Well, we'll definitely have to wait and see. Congratulations on P2 and back-to-back podiums for you.
Thanks.
And finally, we had to Minico, your race winner. Minico leading every single lap of the race, getting pole, dominating qualifying when you needed it most. Congratulations, and what were your thoughts throughout that race?
All I need to say is that that was just the race I needed. I mean, after the disappointment that was at Austria, I'm sure you remember what happened. I needed a good result here, and well, after doing tier 1 earlier, I knew I had some decent pace, but yeah, the wet was definitely a bit of a throw off. I'll tell you that much. But luckily, like I said, I had pole. I managed to keep P1 at the end of turn 1 because I know how good Toneless is with starts. I managed to just cover that off. And then from there, it was just managing the pace, managing the consistency, and also keeping warnings to a minimum. I actually got 2 warnings, which wasn't ideal. Nonetheless, though, I made it work, and yeah, the dirty air from me to Bio, it really killed the chance of him going for it, which was unfortunate. I would love to battle him. But I mean, yeah, I'm perfect race. That's all I can really say. Led every lap, got pole, fastest lap. Grand Slam, can't ask for any better.
Yeah, it definitely was a well-managed and maintained race for you. Did you think you were home free before there was even a safety car? And what were your thoughts when the safety car came out?
Oh, I was definitely not home free. I 100% not. I knew that had the pace over Toneless, but the second I saw Bio get past, I've seen how Bio's pace can be in the wet, and that kind of got me a little bit nervous because I knew he would be climbing up to me. I mean, he set the fastest lap behind Toneless before he got past him. I was really worried about that. And then when the safety car came out, that was actually the lap I was going to pit. So if anything, that was kind of perfect timing. But also not at the same time because I was loving to get the undercut. But nonetheless, safety car came out. It didn't really shake me up a little because everyone was going to pit. I knew that. And if someone didn't pit, well, then they're just losing themselves out. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, the safety car didn't affect me. But yeah, I was never scot-free that entire race.
Well, nonetheless, a well-managed race from you. Do you have any questions for Miniko?
Yeah, first off, Miniko, congratulations on your win here and your fastest lap, leading every single lap. Again, you and Bio seeming to have pretty good battles there, and as I was saying during the entire race, Bio was seeming to catch up during the later stages in each stint. What was going through your mind as he was just kind of slowly crawling back up to you?
Just making sure I had the ERS to fend him off if he ever got any closer. That was really it, because I didn't know his ERS level that much. I just had to keep in high ERS levels, and I knew I could hold him back, and then obviously put up a defense. It wasn't really necessary, but by the looks of it, all I had to do was really when the safety car came out. The only thing that really worried me was the safety car restart, and I was able to get that. Yeah, he was on me, and there was a lot of pressure, but managed it.
It definitely was well-managed from you. Next week, Hungary, thoughts?
I don't bond well with Hungary. I'll be the first to say it. My qualifying, at least there, has been absolutely horrid. I've never gotten a top 10 start around Hungary in equal performance ever. Maybe it can happen this season. I don't know. I mean, I've qualified top 3 every single race, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen every single time. I'm just going to have to put in the laps in, get the setup right, and then just hope, like Bio said, hope that it doesn't rain, and then we'll kind of see from there, because I am kind of in the dark for that race, but we'll find out.
Definitely, indeed, we will find out. I think that is going to be everything from us tonight, folks. From Redeemer, myself, and Has. Hope you guys have a good night, a good evening, and we'll see you guys next week, Friday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for Tier 3, and then Tier 1 at 8 o'clock on Saturday, followed by Tier 2 with myself and Has. We'll see you all next week. Have a good day, good night, and talk to you guys in a week.